Some time hath passed, and I'm going to talk about something that I was going to make a video on, and then I didn't post it. So I'm just going to talk about it without kicking. I'm just going to use my hands, and that is two types of uh, striking or force transmission that I know of. So one, my Muay Thai coach taught me, and then the other one is something that I pretty much developed based off of Shaolin White Crane out of a book. And yeah, I know. And then I developed it using my own methodology that I kind of worked my way through and developed that in a snake fist method. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, to demonstrate these two different strikes, I just want to preface first. So one is based more on rotational torque and does not rely on angular momentum at the ulna radius. And then the other one kind of still has the rotational torque, but it's got more emphasis on that angular momentum. And so you'll see me just kind of like turning my hand over, and that's something that you'll probably see boxers do as well, and you'll see it show up in karate. But that's generally the idea with the Shaolin White Crane thing. So I'm just rolling it out again. Here I am, I'm fully supinated, and then I'm rolling it out. So when I go to strike, it's like that, right? So you can see that energy just kind of like traveling along on this rope one more time, like that. And I can do it from here, and it comes out, right? So again, it's just because I'm creating that angular momentum, I'm turning my fist over. And then the other one that my Muay Thai coach taught me is just going like that. And a lot of it is just happening right here. I'm creating the torque more with my core than I am turning my hand over. And so they're both extremely powerful strikes. So let's go take a look at that. Here we are. We have our little pally here, or tree, and got a little bit of protection here so I don't scratch myself up. And so we'll start out with Muay Thai. So we're going to use core rotation. So again, this is my core. So yeah, here we go. There we go. And so notice that I'm not turning, I'm not going like this, I'm not going like this. And my hand just kind of like stays straight. And it has like the slightest amount of turning over, but it's really not the same. And you can see that I'm just pushing through using my core, and it still does ample force. Okay, so for the next one, you probably see a lot of people in karate, they'll start down here. So it could be like that, right? And it could also be up here. And they both work pretty well, right? So I don't think you're going to have any issues if you learn one or the other, or you could combine both. But really, it's just up to your preference. They have some pros and cons, I would think. So we'll jump into that next. So if you're going into developing your striking and you're focused on just more that core rotation as opposed to whipping everything out and getting that angular momentum, then the force that you're generating, it's going to be substantial. It is still your body weight that's moving into stuff, but it's not very fast. So you can see that speed has some limitations as opposed to the other one where you're getting that angular momentum and you're turning that fist over. And so this kind of allows it at the very last moment to harden and snap out. So everything from here rolling out is relaxed, and at the very last moment it snaps. And a lot of people will say that there's some drawback to that, which there is defensively. I mean, if someone's able to catch you and just change the distance just slightly and catch you while you're loose, it can create an opportunity for someone to injure you. So there's stuff that you have to pay attention to. So again, there are some benefits and drawbacks for each one, right? So if you want speed and power, you can combine those two to varying degrees, right? So if you want to be more protective about your joints as you're throwing this type of angular momentum, you can limit the angular momentum and focus more on core rotation. Or if you want more focus on speed, you can combine the core rotation along with the angular momentum, but really bring out those snaps when you're turning your hand over. So there's quite a bit to explore, right? And I don't think there's any one way about it, but you can definitely uh, hang out in one camp, which is core rotation. You can hang out in another camp where you're focusing on angular momentum, and then you can be somewhere in between. And you can switch that up depending on who your opponent is and how challenging they are for you, whether it's based on speed or there's some timing stuff that you want to adjust depending on who your opponent is. But yeah, I thought this would be a great video to share. It's kind of middle of the road, not very controversial, and hope you guys enjoyed it.